Social media is currently full of different political posts that suit the narratives of supporters of different political parties. Even when it's fake news, we forget to fact check. Even federal ministers are caught in the web of this false information dissemination. Unfortunately, it's not for politics alone. I have refrained from talking about the death of a 12-year-old girl at her school's inter-house sports competition at the Agege Stadium in Lagos because it's so tragic, it broke my heart. May God continue to strengthen her parents. If total strangers like myself can be this heartbroken at her loss, I can't imagine the state of mind of the girl's parents. May the little angel rest well. Accidents do happen. To ensure this never happens again under our watch, we must discuss this event. There's an ongoing coroner inquest. Incidentally, the matter is also being prosecuted in the law courts at the same time. This case should interest all of us. I will leave the legalities for the lawyers to argue in court. But I produced technical events and I went through a British Council training program for safety at events. Basic safety requirements like emergency exits at all our event centers, fire safety, etc. are mandatory at all our venues. The school involved was shut down. The event center where the alleged electrocution was said to have occurred, the Agege Stadium, isn't. I have questions. Is the Agege Stadium safe for events to continue to happen there? The young girl was alleged to have touched a vending machine, either for popcorn or candy floss. Who did the electrical connections? Is the person being prosecuted also? Did the police come through the venue as a crime scene for evidence of what really happened? Or has all the evidence been tampered with by now because the venue was never shut? I spoke to a few safety experts and they also feel it's too soon to talk about the subject out of respect for the emotions of the family and friends of the deceased. Safety practitioners, I hope, will write about this incident soon. There's much more to this than just prosecuting the event organizers. The venue managers, vendors, and technicians all have questions to answer. May Nigeria not happen to me. This incident brings back a lot of tragic events in our past, and it always seems that we never learn anything from them. We have demonized the school involved. Yeah, the low-hanging fruits. We don't even remember that this is the first time we're hearing of the death of a student under their care in their 45 years. We've attributed death in other schools to them. It's one crisis too many and we wonder why parents still take their children there. Such a huge tragedy. I know their parents must be worried. But let them know the quality and values they get for their monies. May Nigeria not happen to all of us. My advocacy today, therefore, is to ask us to be careful. Be careful, Nigeria. Everyone can generate any false claims with artificial intelligence these days. Yes, Daddy. Fact check before you spread. We're asking for a developed country, a Nigeria that works for all, not for politicians alone. So regardless of who you support, do your due diligence. Don't spread misinformation just because it suits your narrative. Be slow to forward and fast to fact check. And because a minister said it or shared it doesn't make it true. That's the dilemma of Nigeria today, unfortunately. You and I, therefore, must do better. Let's be more careful. Nigeria will succeed. You and I will succeed in 2023.